this school principal, extremely insensitive, decided to call his own students, black students primarily, by the way, criminals, okay? This was done because of something called throwback, all right? High school principal in Texas, in Texas, has apologized for comparing black students to Dr. Dre from the 90s and allegedly telling them that they look like criminals. Let's put up a picture of this very brilliant school principal. His name is Anthony LaVecchi. Principal Anthony has a program at his school that allows kids to dress a particular way, themed for back in the day, right? So the principal was caught on video last Thursday complaining about black students, how they were dressed for the 90s throwback day at Oak Ridge High School in Conroe, a suburb of Houston. The principal went around the school telling people that it was his worst day being principal because of the way that students dressed. It's a theme, principal. Everybody had on something from the 90s. Here's the picture of the students. He called them thugs, criminals. Worst day as a principal was when black students showed up dressing like they were in the 90s on a day that we told students to come dressed up like they were in the 90s. Worst day ever, according to the principal. Student athlete Trinidad Robinson, who runs track at the school, confirmed Baker's statement. I have some records for the school, and when we were walking by, he said, y'all look like criminals. I'm like, how is us dressing and expressing predominantly 90s and 2000s black culture equated to being a criminal? About 100 students staged a sit-in after this on Monday to protest the principal's comments, while local civil rights activists and parents met with the principal. After the meeting, the principal did apologize. According to several students, during Monday's peaceful protest, there were some other students making racist remarks and terroristic threats in person and on social media. Well, you don't say. If you have a principal who's willing to say this is the worst day of me being principal and y'all look like criminals because you're dressed in attire that's a cultural expression of the 90s, you think he's disconnected from the sentiment of that community? No. Jordan, did you see criminals here?
No, not at all. And I think it goes without saying, I mean, you have to recognize when you're talking about fashion in the 80s and 90s, or even early 2000s, like it was a disproportionate amount of influence from like black artists and black creatives. Look at the effect on culture that black artists and black creatives had on even sneaker culture with Adidas. Right. Like partnerships with Adidas in the 90s were huge. So it's laughable. I mean, the guy looks like a square. And I guess if you really want people to wear like Jankos to school, that's it. But it's not really worth celebrating. It's kind of a stain on humanity.
Right, exactly. And see, even though critical race theory is not taught in K through 12 education, I think it needs to be taught in that school, or at least be taught to that principal, because he is exhibiting exactly what critical race theory says we should analyze as people in this country.